Okay. So I think in the last week, we just started with the course, right? We have not done anything, just how to install Python Jupyter Notebook tutorial. And then I was just giving you a brief introduction to core Python topics like if, else, while, for loop, right? We have also discussed list. So we have few other data structures like set, dictionary, and string. I think what I will suggest is everyone, you can just go through the recording. Maybe after today's class, you will, I think the drive is not yet created. I will tell DurgaSoft to create it. And once it is created, I will be uploading the core Python recordings. I'll suggest everyone to go through the recordings, right? So the core Python recording is something which is prerequisite for the course. I'm expecting you to know very basics about Python, like what is a function, what is a variable in Python, what is if, else, while, for loop, how to write a list, how to write a dictionary, right? So these are the basic things. My course content will start from advanced Python, that is pandas, NumPy, Plotly, statistics, ML, machine learning, deep learning, right? So a lot of topics are there. So we will be starting today from advanced Python, that is pandas, right? It's a completely independent topic. If you have no idea in Python also, still you can understand. It's a completely different topic. I hope everyone can easily understand, right? If you have anywhere, any doubt, feel free to ask me and I will answer, right? Okay, so I think few of you for today, for few of you today is your first class. You want to know about the syllabus and other details. So I will request them to please wait. Maybe once the class is completed, you can take today's class as a demo class also. After the course is like the class is completed, last 15 minutes, I will explain everything, right? The course content, and if you have any doubt, you can ask, right? Okay. So Pankaj, will that be helpful? Today is your first class, right? Okay. Let me share my screen. So we will be using Jupyter Notebook for all our coding. So first thing is you need to open your Jupyter Notebook. Just type Jupyter space notebook in your terminal if you are using Mac system, or you can directly open Jupyter Notebook from the start menu, right? So let us create a new notebook. So before we jump into anything, we need to understand what we are learning and why we are learning. So we are going to discuss something on pandas. Let me open it in a new browser. Okay. So what is pandas, right? We should know what we are learning first. So what is pandas? Pandas is an external library. Like pandas, we will be learning lot of external libraries in Python. And that's the reason Python is very popular. For every task, we have a Python. In Python, we have a library, right? So what is pandas? Pandas is a library in Python, very similar to SQL or Excel, right? You have used Excel and SQL. So I want to ask you, right? Any of you can answer. If you are a SQL user, what operations you have done in any of the databases, like let's say using Oracle or using MySQL. So what are the operations you have done on a table using SQL? Can anybody answer? SQL operations. What all are the different things that you have done using SQL? Joshna, Mohammed, Nageshwar, any one of you can unmute and speak.
Yeah, Nageswara here, Sasmitha. We can create the tables and update, delete the tables, right? Insert the data and all.
Correct. So you can add new rows, you can add new columns, delete, right? You can filter, you can create table, you can delete table, you can basically do conditional selection, you can do where clause, right?
Yes,
And you can also do join, inner, outer, left, right? You can
yes.
lot of filter, sort, lot of things. So all the operations that you're doing is on tabular data. So it is RDBMS. So schema, street schema, primary key, all of those things. So in real time, we have three different kinds of data. So all the data can be divided into three types. One is the structured data. So what is structured data? Structured data, just now we have discussed. All the RDBMS or basically the strict schema rule and then primary key, all of those tabular data, which we store in SQL, right? SQL RDBMS databases. That is structure. We know how to handle this. If you know SQL, you can handle structured data. Now there is another category of data that is called semi-structured data. Can anybody give me some example of semi-structured data? Semi-structured data. Okay, so all the CSV file, Excel file, right? XML file, your JSON file, right? All of this kind of file formats. If your client is giving you a CSV file and telling you to forecast, right? Or telling you to predict your historical data they are giving in Excel file, or let's say they're telling you to go to website and parse it, maybe in a JSON format. So this is semi-structured data. So this kind of data cannot be handled using SQL, right? So for handling this kind of semi-structured data, all the things, whatever you are doing on structured data, if you want to do the same thing or even more advanced thing on semi-structured data, you have to learn pandas. So pandas is the library in Python for data analysis, for data manipulation. What all things you can do, any semi-structured data. It can be Excel, it can be CSV, it can be XML, JSON. You can read into a data structure called data frame, which is given by pandas. And then once you have read those things into data frame, you can add columns, delete columns, add rows, delete rows, filter, select, conditional selection, where, right, sort, you can apply time series related operations like lag, shift, time shift, finding time difference, zone, time zone, right? Filling missing values, a lot, and almost every operations like join, like inner, outer, left, right, merge, concatenation, almost pivot table, right? Almost every operation you can do on your semi-structured data. So that's the reason we are learning pandas. So pandas will help us if our client is giving any semi-structured data, only one tool we need to clean or to process that data, and that is called pandas. It's a very huge library. A lot of functions are there, but we will be learning the important functions. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is how this pandas, I think you are clear. So we will be using pandas like SQL, right, for semi-structured data. And there is another category of data that is called unstructured data. Anybody can give any example, unstructured data? Some example of unstructured data. You can unmute and speak. So classes are very interactive. I don't want to speak one way, right? It's very interactive. So I will ask you questions. You have to ask me questions if you are having any doubt. So please interact. So anywhere you have any doubt, when I ask you, is it clear? Say no and pause me there and ask your questions, right? So give me some example of unstructured data. So just
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So I guess we can say videos, images, or
Yes.
unstructured, right?
So all the images, videos are actually images, frames. So we have
Mm,
audio data, image data, text
mm,
data. So these all category is unstructured. And if your data, if your client is giving you a 10,000 jet engine image and telling you to build a AI model which can predict whether the image has any cracks or not, this kind of problems you cannot solve using pandas because the data is image and you need to learn other libraries which can handle image data. For every section of data, we have libraries in Python. Image, you can learn OpenCV. Text, we have a lot of libraries like TensorFlow. We have this. TensorFlow is deep learning, but a lot of image processing related things also you can do. Spassy, GenSim, NLTK. So for every particular data, like let's say it is a big data, then we have to learn Spark. So for every category of data, you have to learn a tool, right? Pandas is very good for semi-structured data. If you know pandas, I think Spark SQL is, let's say the data is in terabytes. Obviously, pandas will not work. Pandas works only with good, like not that big data, right? If it is terabytes of data, petabytes of data. And if you know pandas, Spark SQL is exactly same as SQL. Direct SQL queries you can write. I mean, if you are using Spark data frames, 100, like 80-90%, just like that, you can go and see, you will 100% understand. If you know pandas and SQL, you already know Spark SQL, right? So this category is most of the time, whenever you get data, is in this kind of format. So you can handle. So I think you understood the objective, why we are learning pandas. Hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. Now what we will learn. So there are several operations that we will learn one by one. This is your note. Let me share the note. This is your class note, which I will be using, but just give me 1 minute. So we have merge, join, and concatenation. Otherwise, these all are the topics: creating data frames, reading, writing CSVs, using useful functions, appending, concatenation, sorting, subsetting, null values, missing value treatment, right? Removing missing values, adding new column, deleting, summary statistics, group by, pivot table, drop duplicates. Lot of functions are there, visualizing. So there are 20 sections in pandas, which will take some 4 to 5 days or 1 week of time to complete, but we will start one by one. This is your complete tutorial. All the things, whatever we are doing, this is your fair note. Whatever section you want to study, let's say today you are focusing on subsetting, click here, it will take you to that section, right? Okay, so this is your fair note, which anyway you will get it, but let us start one by one. So the first thing is how to, so what is there inside pandas? Pandas has two things in it. One is data frame and one is series. What pandas has? Two things: data frame and series. Pandas has data frame and series. Now let us understand about data frame. So what is data frame? Data frame is multi-dimensional. If your like Excel, CSV, XML, JSON, or any data that you're storing has more than one column, then it will be stored in a data frame. If you have only one column, let's say your client is giving you Excel file which has only one column, then you will store that in a series. So series is rare. So always you will have more than one column, right? So we'll discuss about series later. So first thing is data frame. Data frame is the highest level of a data structure, you can say, right? Let us understand how to create data frame. The first topic is how to create a data frame. How to create a data frame. Okay. How to create a data frame. So there are two ways how you can create a data frame. The first way is you have any file. As I said, any kind of file you can handle using pandas. Let us see from any existing CSV file, can I load it into a data frame? Yes. So for that, you need to first import pandas. It is not native to Python. Any external library, first you need to install, pip install pandas, and then you have to import. I'm just importing it as a alias, PD. pd.read underscore method I will use and hit tab. So you can see how many different formats it supports. You can read it from clipboard, you can read it from CSV file, Excel file, Hadoop file, HTML file, JSON file, ORC file, Parquet file, pickle format, SAS, SPSS, SQL table. If you have data in SQL table, after you create a connection with your database, you can pull data from SQL into data frame using read SQL. You have XML, so you have tables. So you have a lot of different formats. We are going to use CSV. Okay. So pd.read CSV in bracket, you will write the path of the file which you want to load into a data frame. So I'll just go to my downloads and maybe I'll take this data. So copy as path, copy path. Then what you need to do is here you need to paste. What I have done, whatever I want to read, I have copied that complete file till .csv and then paste it here. If I run this, if you're a Windows user like me, you will get Unicode error. What is this Unicode error? Unicode error only Windows user will get. If you are Mac user or Linux user, you will not get this error. If you are Mac and Linux user, you will not get this error. If you are Windows user, you will get this error. So why? What is this error? Unicode means the things that you're writing, this interpreter is thinking like the slash slash is a special symbol. Actually, this is the path. So the solution is just write R before path. Remember this line, very important. In Windows, wherever you are giving path, not only here, wherever you are giving path, you need to write R. And then it will read. So let me open the file. What is there? So if you just open this HR analytics, so you can see you have age, attrition, business travel, daily rate, department, distance from home, education, lot of like almost 35 columns, right? And this is how the data is. Same data I just stored in my data frame. So you can see age, attrition, business travel, daily rate, department. So I can just save it in a data frame. I'll name it as DF. DF now is a data frame. What is DF? DF is a data frame which holds the entire data present in this CSV file. If I just type DF, it will show you the complete data, like 1470 rows and 35 columns. So I just don't want to show all the records, maybe initial few records I want to print. So I will just write the head method, head of 2 means initial 2 rows, head of 3 means initial 3 rows. If you just write head, nothing, no arguments, then 5 rows. So how many rows you want to show, those many rows you can print by just using head method. Okay, so this is the first way of creating data frame. What you understood how to create a data frame? Just pass the path and you will load that into a data frame. So simple, as simple as that. But there is a trick. So this is so simple method, but if you look at the parameter list, you will go mad. Almost like 30, 40 parameters it supports. How to know all the, like, let's say I am new to this pandas. I want to take help. Anybody remembered in the first class I told you how to take help for any function? Anyone in Python? How to take help for any function? Let's say I want to know more about this read CSV method. What I need to do? So how to take help? You just need to write a question mark, okay, and hit enter. So you can see that this is just a simple function, but inside this we have file. File path means the path where your data is stored. And then we have separator. Separator and delimiter, so both are same. I think you can ignore this delimiter. It's not required. Separator means default. So tell me, if it is a CSV file, what can be the separator? If it is a CSV file, what is the separator?
Comma or the type delimited.
Correct. So if it is a CSV file, comma is a separator. But just using this read CSV method, you can actually read any different format file. For example, you have a text file or you have a file where it is @ separated or exclamatory mark separated or tab separated. Can you read? Yes. In those cases, you need to write the path, whatever is the path. And then you need to use this separator. Separator is equals to, or separator is, you can write the separator, whatever it is. Let's say @ or ampersand or whatever, right? Dollar or whatever. So separator is helpful to read any kind of file. Default is CSV, right? What is this header? Any guesses how the name of the columns came? Name of the columns. I have not given the names, right? Just I have given the path. How the name of the column came? Because of this header. So if you look at this, by default, it is infer, right? What it says, you infer the name of the column from the Excel file or from the CSV file. The default is you infer the name from the file, default. So that's the reason what it is doing is it is inferring the name of the columns And that is what is the header or column name in data frame. So if I just write here one single parameter, let's say header is equals to, let's say I'm writing none. So default is header equals to infer, but if I write header equals to none, can you just see what happened now? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where is the header? Like header is the first row now, right? The column names became the first row. And basically it has not inferred the column names from the file. It has given the default column name 0, 1, 2, 3. And the first the row of Excel file or CSV file is the first row here. So this is the advantage of using this simple function, which has lot of parameters in it. So header, I think you understood. I am just removing. Most of the time we want the headers to reflect as it is, right? Okay. Now, what all other parameters? There are a lot of parameters you can explore. One is your D type if you want to change the data type. I really like this particular parameter. Very important. Skip rows. So sometimes in your Excel file or CSV file, initial few records, time or username, some garbage will be there. You don't want to read those records. You have a, like you want to read from row number 10 or you want to load the data from row number 20. So you can use this parameter skip rows. Whatever you will write, 10 if you write, top 10 rows will be skipped. From 11th number row, it will read. Similarly, if you want to skip the footer, you can use this. And this is very important. So number of rows is very helpful when you are dealing with big data. Let's say you have terabytes of data and your system is just 16 GB. You just need a sample data so that you can practice. Just want to see the data, how it is. And you want to just get a sample so that you can start building the algorithm or logic. In those cases, you can use this number of rows. Total 1460, but if I'm writing number of rows equals to 15, only the top 15 rows will be captured. You can see I have just written head, but if I just delete head, total number of records is just 13, 15 rows. Why it is 15? I have just written 13, right? Okay, I have written 15. So top 15 rows has been extracted. So you might have terabytes of data, but how many rows you want, you can load, right? This is a very important parameter, especially when your system is not supporting. The size of the data is huge, right? And so on and so forth. There are a lot of other parameters which we will explore later. I think you can also treat your missing values, but I will not suggest treating in this way. We have separate methods. You can also treat your data, date columns, parts, dates equals to true, you can write. So that also we will discuss later. We have different date function available. So I'll pause here and take doubts. Is the first point is clear? How to create a data frame from any existing file? Is this clear? Any doubt? Any doubt? Mohammed, is it clear? Right? Okay. Now, if I have to read Excel, yeah, go ahead. You have any doubt? No, right? Okay. Now, if I have to read an Excel file, what change I will do here? I have Excel file. I want to read an Excel file. Same thing will work, or I need to change something in the code?
Read underscore Excel.
Exactly. Read underscore Excel. If you want to read a SQL table, read underscore SQL. Read underscore XML. Read underscore JSON. Read underscore HTML. Read underscore Parquet. Read underscore ORC. So any read underscore pickle. So whatever file you are reading, same format you need to use. Okay. This is the number one, first method of creating data frame. So let's say you have created data frame and then you have done some analysis. Now you want to share the result with your client. So you want to write this data frame. How to write a data frame? So you can just write df, data frame name. You can just write the data frame name, df.to CSV or whatever the format in which format you want to write. Again, here also you have option, just tap. So you have option to write your data frame either in clipboard, CSV, dictionary, Excel. Same, JSON, Markdown, NumPy, Parquet, period, pickle, SQL, timestamp. So like number of options. So let's say I want to write it into a CSV file. So I will be using 2 CSV and I will write the path, complete path where I want to store the data, right? Let's say I just want to copy this.
Can't we give the relative path anywhere?
Yeah, you can give the relative path, but the path you need to give where you want to save, right? If you are in the current directory, same directory you want to save, then dot and then slash the file name. Let's say, yeah, I just want to save it with the test.csv, right? And then you just run this. You can see in the downloads, we will have this test_csv. You can see this, right? Test_csv. Okay. So this is how you can read and write any kind of, now you are like confident enough to read anything into data frame, right? Any file. Okay, now sometimes your data may not be in a file format. Let's say it is in a dictionary format, list format, tuple format, any other format, and you want to read it into a data frame. Then how to do that? I think it is there in this note. We'll take some example, right? So the first, let me copy this. Let's say this is a dictionary. Okay. So what is this? You can see list of dictionaries. So this is a list of dictionaries. So let me show you. This is a list of dictionaries, right? Okay, so this is like this: name, breed, height, weight, date of birth. Name, breed, height, weight, and date of birth. I want to store it in a data frame. So what I need to do is pd dot. In this case, I will not use read method. Read means if I want to read. There's another function called data frame method. I will be using data frame method. I'll be using data frame method, and then you will pass the name, right? Name of the, what is that? Data structure. So here it is list of dictionary. So you can read a dictionary, you can read it, read a list, you can read anything into a data frame. So this is how the data frame, very nice looking. Name, breed, height, weight, date of birth, 0, 1, 2 rows. So this is how you can convert from any existing data. It can be a list, it can be a set, it can be a dictionary, any existing data structure if you want to read. Let's say this is df2, right? So df2 I have created by using data frame function. So data frame function will help you to read your data from any existing data structure, right? Okay. So these are the two methods which will help you to read your data into data frame. I think in the first section, you will see the same thing. You can go back to the notes to practice, but these are the things, how to read, write, right? Basically how to create data frames. So creating data frames, reading, writing. Some useful pandas function, actually there are lot many. Every day we will learn 2323, right? So every day 2323 functions we will learn. Two things, one is function and one is operation. So few operation and few function. Function, just you need to remember. Operation, you need to understand. Also operation, you will perform using function only, but there are some built-in direct functions and there are some logic that you need to understand. So function, pandas function, it is a long list. Today we will see some of the functions. Let's say this is my data frame, sorry, DF, right? Not DF1. So this is my data frame and okay, let me just load the whole data, right? Not only 15 rows. So what I want is, I want to understand the schema of this data. Like in SQL, you have the schema, right? Schema in the sense, I want to know everything about my data frame, right? I want to know how many columns are there, what are the data types of each column, how many rows are there, what is the total memory of this object, like how much memory this data frame is taking, whether null values or missing values are present or not. What is the type, a data type of this column? Everything you will just know by calling. This is why pandas is so popular. Just you are calling this info method, one simple method, and complete information about your data you can see. Total 35 columns, 1470 rows. Every column you can see how many total value. If the count is same, like not, how many not null. So total and not null is same, means no missing. Let's say this is 1360. Total is 1470, means 100 are missing, right? But here there is no missing entry. Every data type, integer, object type, right? And if you scroll down, the 26 integer column, 9 object columns, it is taking 400 KB memory, right? So this is very important. There is nothing for you to understand here. Just you need to remember, info method will give you complete information about your data. Similarly, there is another magic method. I think this is very helpful. This is called describe method, right? What is this magic method? This is called describe method. So what this describe method will do, right? So describe method, for every numerical column present in your data, every numerical column, if you have 10, 15, 20, 30, so we have 26 number column, right? Object means text column. Obviously, summary statistics we cannot find for a text column, so it will ignore text columns. All the number columns, we have 26 numerical columns. For every numerical column, it will give you the count, the mean, means the average, the standard deviation, the minimum, the median, the maximum, 75%, 25%. Don't worry, we will understand all of these things in the statistics class. But for everything in, like in Excel, you have these functions, right? But here, same thing. But for all the column, 26 column at a time, you can see, right? And you can employee number, what is the total count, what is the average count, what is the maximum, what is the minimum, everything. Magic method, just one simple function and you will get complete statistics. Okay. Any doubt so far? Is it clear? Clear, Pankaj? I think this is your first class, second class, right? Or first class? Are you getting?
Yeah, first class. Yeah, trying to understand you.
Yeah. So it is an independent topic. I think people who join newly, you must be thinking you missed a lot of things. Actually, you have not missed anything. From here only the syllabus starts. You just missed the installation part in Jupyter Notebook. Core Python recording is there, so you can go through it. Software installation, something you need to take some 1 hour of time and go through how to install Anaconda, Python. What is Jupyter Notebook? How to use this Jupyter Notebook IDE? That is what something you should go. You should learn, right? Rest all it's completely new thing. And today is the first class, right? Pandas, from pandas only actually the syllabus starts. Okay. So lot of other functions. As I said, every class we will learn something new, some new function we will learn. Because these are demo sessions, I will not be taking a lot of time. Maybe we will connect 30-40 minutes every day. And I am giving time to Python learners. Please clear your Python concepts in this time, right? In the meantime, you can complete your Python, like core Python, you can revise if you know. If you don't know, please learn. We will stop here. What we have seen today, we understood what is pandas. Pandas is a data analysis package in Python, which is very much helpful for handling semi-structured data. Pandas has two things, data frame and series. Data frame, we understood how to create a data frame, two functions, read underscore method and data frame functions. And then we also discussed some basic functions like info method, head method, and describe method. Okay, what we're going to discuss tomorrow? Tomorrow we are going to discuss selection. How to select one column, more column, multiple rows, subset, conditional selection, right? Also, we will discuss some operations like group by, right? Okay, people who have already enrolled, please, you can drop if you don't have any doubt. Drop the call and let's connect tomorrow. But people who joined today newly, you can stay. I will clarify all your doubts, right?
Sasmitha, this is Veena. Just for a second. Pandas, that material will be shared just a second. I joined 10 minutes late by joining into a wrong link and waiting over there.
Yeah. Pandas right now I will share. Right, but the core Python recording, I think I will share by end of today or morning first half. It's a long, like 7-8 recordings. I will try my best to complete it today only. But let me see if DurgaSoft has to create the. You got access to the drive?
No, not at Sasmitha.
Okay, I will update Institute. They will create right now. Today only they will create. I'm forgetting. You
Okay.
can message me na in the WhatsApp group. I'm forgetting, right? You should remind me once so that immediately remind me in the
This,
day.
this MLOPS group has been created. I'm not sure because AI is there for this. I'm not sure.
Oh, WhatsApp group is not created.
To my
Okay,
knowledge,
I think not created, right? Gen AI we have created. Okay.
yeah, created. Okay.
Okay, so then we will create the WhatsApp group maybe tomorrow. Please remind me once, Bina. It's your. I'm giving you this assignment to remind me. Create the
Yes, sir.
WhatsApp group. Okay. Tomorrow
Yes,
we will I'll share the link and drive. I will update Institute. They will create the drive today and I will upload all the things into the drive.
That will be helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Actually, I got access to the drive.
Oh, you got access? Fine.
Yes, to the drive, I got the access.
Let me see. Do I have access? Mostly, I think I should have access. Let me see. Is this your drive? No, right? No, this is not your drive. I did not get access.
For artificial intelligence only. And there are some Java things as well. Yeah, the artificial intelligence one. Can you go back once? Yeah, this one.
So everything is artificial into this one?
Yeah, that one. Inside that, only the some things are available.
No, but this is not your batch. This is morning batch. Why they give you access to this batch?
No, not this, but I have a folder structure similar to that in
Oh, okay.
artificial.
Mostly it will be similar, but better to get your batch recording, right? This is a
Already,
morning batch. Already 23 sessions are over for that batch.
actually, there are 6 session videos provided inside that.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that correct count? The count is correct? 6
Six maybe
videos are.
core Python videos they must have provided.
No, but actually there are sessions inside the artificial intelligence folder, and there are about 6 sessions inside that.
Okay, I'm not sure which one because I did not get the access. Once I let me talk to Institute, right? I think
Yeah.
anyway, I think once I get, I will upload. You all will be added. No worries, right? Once I think they will add today or tomorrow morning. They will add.
Okay. So if
Okay.
what is the already thing that I have? Is it valid or is it?
I am not sure how do you have because I did not get any access. So once I
Okay.
get the access, I will upload all the recordings, Python recordings and today's class recording will be uploaded by Institute. But the pandas material, everything I will upload.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So once I get access, I will upload. Most probably tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Sasmitha, they shared me 6 classes. until 7th July to in artificial intelligence.
So whatever they have shared, that's fine. So once I get access, I will share everything. So Python recordings are with me. Software installation, I will only share, right? And today's class recording will be uploaded anyway. The materials I will upload. So your drive, I will upload all the Python recordings and other thing. Today onwards, Institute will update or upload the class recordings in your folder. Materials I will upload, recordings Institute will upload. Python recording I will upload, but all of this class recording I'm talking because Institute is recording now. So you can see they are starting recording. So they will upload. Materials I will upload in advance for the entire week I will upload so that you can go through.
Sure. Thank you. Anyone?
No problem. Okay. So yeah. So any other further doubts you have? Okay. So you people who have already attended and or enrolled, you can just connect tomorrow. Maybe we can connect. But for people who for whom today is the first class, you be there. And if you have any doubt, you can ask. Pankaj, you're asking about the curriculum, right? So
Yes.
better to show you, Pankaj. So I have the curriculum ready. I will show you tomorrow. And if you want, you can go through YouTube recordings also, demo. Basically, at high level, I can tell you, but it will take time, 15-20 minutes to explain. I have already explained multiple times in the last demo sessions. I think somewhere, let me see if it is there, I can open.
Yeah, if you have been recording, you can also send me. I can go through that.
Yeah, I think here somewhere I have explained. But it is a very rough, this one or no, not this one. I have explained where is it? I was explaining to some of the past week class. I forgot which day, but you can find it in YouTube, right? The MLOPS course content. But anyway, what I will do is I will share the MLOPS course content with everyone actually, whoever has enrolled or also like the new people. So it is done. So only thing is mostly the content is same. Few things I have added. Instead of AWS, it is GCP in from your batch onwards, it will be GCP.
Okay.
GCP Vertex AI and other things that I have changed is I have added MLflow, Docker. Few things from the ops side I have changed. And yeah, I think rest all is same. Plotly is there. I think Matplotlib Seaborn is outdated, so I have replaced it with Plotly. So content I will share with you tomorrow. If you want a summary of the content, it will be there in YouTube. Some last week, someday I have explained. Actually, multiple times I have explained 2-3 times. Please go through, but at high level, there are 3 major modules. The first module is course preparatory module. This is nothing related to data science, but these modules will prepare you for the MLOps program. So we are currently in that module. So in this module, we will be learning pandas, we will be learning plotly, statistics, right? We will be learning NumPy, Core Python, Flask. So these are the modules which will help us in later in this course to clean our data, to package our data, right? To write in a object-oriented way. So this is course preparatory. After this, the major modules is module 2 and module 3. Module 2 is machine learning. When I say machine learning, there are 6 different algorithms we will discuss in detail. And I think just now I was showing some of the algorithm, right? So this is many people think this is a MLOps class or should I like, is it like I'm ignoring the machine learning part? So you see my background, I am from core machine learning background. I'm not a software engineer. I'm basically a data scientist for last 11 years, right? So, and also I'm a currently PhD research scholar. So I have a very strong foundation knowledge in machine learning. So the same thing I will also like here in this course, We will be discussing complete math of every algorithm, tit by tit. So all the 6 algorithm, complete theory plus one project use case where we will implement those algorithm. And then few of these algorithm, not all 6, but 1 or 2 algorithm we will take and we will deploy it. Like ops part we will do. Ops means what? We will understand ML flow for model tracking, model registry, model reproducibility and all that. Then we will learn Docker to Dockerize our model, right? Containerization. After that, we will create endpoints where we will create endpoints using Google Cloud. So in GCP, we will be using different services, App Engine, and then Vertex AI, different services. And we will build solutions over on top of GCP, and we will create endpoints. Once we have done that, also we will create endpoints using RESTful APIs like Flask. That is something which I have added newly. So you will understand a complete deployment side of ML also, not only development, but deployment. So that is module 2. Module 3 is advanced module. This is a link to the next module actually. So module 3 will not give you, like module 2 will make you expert in machine learning. Module 3 is an introductory module to deep learning and NLP. It will not make you expert. You cannot call yourself expert, but it will give you a lot of foundation knowledge. What is neural network? What is ANN? How to complete ANN architecture? How the neural network learns? What is optimization technique? What is gradient descent? What is back propagation feed forward? What is TensorFlow? How to write your first neural network program end to end using TensorFlow? What is NLP? Text means how to clean your data. So those basic things you will know. And there is another course called Gen AI. So if you continue joining this Gen AI course, which is I think starting from this weekend, coming weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So you will learn complete, that's a continuation. That's a completely separate course. This is independent, that is independent. Nothing is kind of overlapping. That is a completely different, totally into deep learning. So the Gen AI course is totally into deep learning, where you will learn ANN, CNN, GAN, right? And transformers using PyTorch, TensorFlow from scratch. You will build neural network models. You will understand what is LLM, what is foundation model, and then you will use OpenAI, GPTs, and then Google Colab. Again, we will use Google Cloud, GCP, Vertex AI, and other platforms, Gemini, and then Hugging Face for open source, Transformer. All these things you will basically be creating a lot of applications. First, you will write your code from scratch, traditional way of deep learning, and then Gen AI way, right? Pre-trained models. You will understand what is LangChain framework, complete LangChain, what is Llama index, how to fine tune your LLM. So it's a complete package. Again, it will go for 1.5 months to 2 months. We have weekend class. So that is a overview of the content. Detail, I think I can share with you tomorrow. But you got an idea, right? So there are 4 modules. If you consider this Gen AI and MLOps as one course, I will say 4 modules. Module 1 is course preparatory. Module 2 is machine learning and deployment. Module 3 is deep learning and NLP basics. Module 4 is basically Gen AI. So these are the major modules. Every module will take one month actually. It's a huge module. So overall course is 3 to 4 months. But if you are going only with this MLOps, I think still it is fine. Once your enrollment is done, you can ping me or message me. If you just don't want to go with the live class and just want to take the Gen AI recordings, I can provide you that, right? And you can just read it at your own pace. But this MLOps is a mandatory course. Without machine learning, without knowing these basics, if you jump into Gen AI, I think, honestly speaking, it is not going to be helpful to you, right? It's like MTR packets. You don't know the recipe. And so first you learn the recipe. First you cook the biryani or upma yourself 2-3 times. Then you are expert. Then you bring MTR packets. The problem is sometimes the MTR packet, if they sell telling it is upma, but when you eat, it is actually dosa. You can identify, right? Whether it is upma or dosa. Yes or no? If you have cooked yourself upma 5 times, can you identify MTR is dosa or upma? You can identify. So why I'm saying this? Gen AI model will hallucinate a lot of times. Means give you wrong output. And if you are an expert, then only you can validate. So you know the things from scratch, and then you go for Gen AI for automation and speed. That is the correct path. And it is a vast domain. Overnight things will not happen here. It will take time. AI is very vast, at least 3 to 6 months. It's a 3 to 6 month journey. If you are dedicated and every day, if you are putting some extra hours, then 3 to 6 months. It's not an overnight thing, right? So people are marketing 99 rupees, 9 rupees, prompt engineering, 3 crore package. So those things are spam. So don't fall for that. Things takes time. You need to understand the basics foundation first. And then only you can go for automation, right? First, you should do traditionally, right? Manually. Then only automation helps. So that's the thing.
So, ma'am, yeah. So after this course, right? So AI ML. So this course is tagged as AI ML. So I can see there are different courses which says full stack data science. First of all, ma'am, what's the difference between full stack data science and this course?
Everything is full stack right now. So whenever you are applying for any job, data engineers are data scientists are data engineer. Everything is merged. So you will see, I will show you some roles. I think one role is present here. Maybe I can, you don't believe, you see, right? What kind of things I'm getting. This is some delivery lead. You can see what they want from you, right? End to end. Python, JavaScript also, I should know like how they will know Java, JavaScript, Python, whatever they want, they're writing nowadays. There is no proper JD. They don't know what they should write. Whatever they think like they're LLM, starting from Java, JavaScript, Python to LLM, and you can go down. So it is actually very less description. I will show you other JDs, right? So you can see reinforcement learning. So from where to where, I think you got it, right? So what they want, they don't know. How can somebody be expert in JavaScript, Java, Python, and then reinforcement learning and all of these things, right? Are you getting? So end to end, they will write everything. So don't worry about those tags. So learn everything. Otherwise, you cannot clear interviews. Nowadays, based on my experience, I am saying they're asking everything. So how much you know, it is better. More is better, right? So don't fall for full stack or AI or ML engineer or MLOps or data scientist. The roles may be different, but 80-90% it will overlap. Means in MLOps engineer, mostly you will be deploying, but still they want ML knowledge, right? In data science, you may not be deploying, but still you need to have deployment knowledge. So it's kind of full stack. Everybody should know everything. And it's not like something just like that I'm saying. You can see a lot of roles. Don't believe and go to Naukri or go to LinkedIn better, right? Go to jobs. And this is how you can do actually filter. Let's say this is senior staff engineer machine learning, right? These are senior roles, but you can search for junior roles also. And you can go and see what they're asking, everything end to end. It's not loading, but sometimes I laugh. So they want you to know Docker, they want you to know cloud, they want you to know machine learning, they want you to know AI, they want you to know Power BI, SQL, Python, everything, Spark. So more is better, right? I hope you got it, right? So don't fall for the tags or the job roles. Everything is merged. They don't know what they really are looking for. So
And which basically let's say I'm also experienced, so I have like 8-9 years of experience. So how can I switch to that role, like let's say data science or AI or ML, whatever it is? So I mean, can I learn this course, practice myself for 5-6 months, and after that I can uh, put in my resume like I know data science and I know these technologies and I can switch. Is it possible? Like how?
yeah. See, this will show you the path. I will suggest don't spend a lot of time learning the concept. Concept is concept. Linear regression, I teach YouTube video, you see Udemy, wherever, same linear regression. Logic is same, right? What you need to do is once you know the concept, practice projects. And there is a separate, like once you practice project, you need to be smart enough. There's a CV preparation class recording that I have uploaded on the drive. Please go through it. This is a 3-hour session where I have explained how to create your own CVs and try to convert your projects that you have done to your domain projects. By that, like showing some experience only, you can get through. Otherwise, direct rejection. So some projects you need to write related to data science and AI ML that you have done. Actually, you have not done, but you have to write like that. That's a tricky part. I think if you need assistance, there is a one-to-one help available. But that is a separate thing. I think you can do it yourself. With this course, yes, all the concepts will be clear. Projects you will know. But writing that CV, it's little like your own effort is needed, right? So you understand what I'm saying. So we will practice general projects. You are working in a specific domain. Those projects needs to be transformed into your domain projects. That you need to learn. And from where you will learn, you see my recording, CV preparation, you go to LinkedIn, check related domain people who are, let's say you're targeting Goldman Sachs. You go who is working in Goldman Sachs and see data scientists, what kind of projects they're doing. Or you talk to people, you read white papers, you see what Goldman Sachs is doing in AI domain. So you need to do a lot of research. CV preparation is not an easy task. 99% of the time, your CV will not be shortlisted if you have not written correctly. I will show you many people are from IIT, but still their CVs are getting rejected because they have not written anything relevant. Riveting. So relevance matters. That is the most critical part. If you master that, I think easily you can crack. Once your CV is shortlisted, 50% is done. And I think you are sound like you have practiced projects. You can answer the questions. It is a project-based. Mostly the things are project-based nowadays. And so I will suggest practicing more projects along with this course will help you to crack interviews. Only this course might not be helpful because you will be doing hardly 6-7 projects. That is not sufficient. Again, similar 10 to 15 projects or 6 to 7 more projects. How many we are doing in the class? Those many you need to repeat new projects. 6 we are doing means 6 more you have to do. Similar variety. 12 projects if you do, 4 projects you can write. 4 projects if you write, 2 projects you can explain. You're getting what I'm saying. So how many practice you will do, though that only you practice will only help you to crack interviews. So yes, this course is more than sufficient to make you understand the concepts and give you a complete overview about the whole syllabus. But to crack into why I'm saying this, because I don't want to scare you, or I'm not don't want to tell any negative things, but this is happening. You all will agree with me, right? The market is not good. You all agree? So situation is not good outside. And the thing, what I am feeling is from my own personal experience, it was so easy to crack AI ML interview 1-2 years before when ChatGPT was not there. But now after this Gen AI is coming into picture, the whole industry is moving towards AI. So everyone is learning AI and all the AI roles, one role, 1,000 application, right? And the filtering process is so difficult. Survival of the fittest. I find getting an AI ML role is really challenging in today's world. If you compare the interview pattern today and 2024 and 2021-22, it was so easy. I mean, are you getting what I'm saying? So now for the same, everyone, so like you are learning, they are learning, everyone is learning. So everyone is, because they're scared, they think AI ML will take the jobs and layoffs will happen. So from every domain, people wants to become an AI engineer out like overnight, right? Because this is the hype. So everyone is trying. So it's a rat race. Everyone is applying. So jobs are
But
limited.
this is the path, right? For becoming AI engineer, this is the path. We have to learn.
This is the path. Yes, this is the path. But see, I don't want to sell false dreams, right? I don't, being in an industry, I'm taking everyday interview. I am also going through interviews. So I just want to tell you the reality so that you will be prepared. So this is the path. This is the syllabus. This is the course. This is the concept. And even if you are thorough in the concept, if you have not practiced projects, more projects, it is difficult to crack interviews nowadays because it is very competitive. That's what I want to tell you in one line, right? So with this course, you need to practice 6 to 7 more projects from your domain. Now you can ask me from where you will get project, there where I will help you. I'll tell you from where you can practice in the course. That is my responsibility. Okay, I will give you problem statements and also the data set, the domain specific problem statements, which you can practice.
Okay. And any certification will help, or do we need to clear any certification?
No certification is required. You can, if you don't trust, go and see anything, any kind of role you check, full-time masters or PhD, they will be asking, or relevant experience. So these are no certification. Nobody will check your certification. It's just not useful. You see, don't believe, just go and learn, right? And you can see this is what they are writing, everything. We are looking for PhD or masters. Okay. And you see here, everything, any domain, you just go down. This is a common, I think they're copy pasting. We are looking for masters and PhDs. This thing every time. Any domain, technical program manager, I don't know. Because it is a program manager, maybe they are taking bachelor's degree. Wow, this is the first time I'm getting something in bachelor's degree, but otherwise you go any role, you will see masters and PhD. So do you think in this situation, any certification is helpful? No. Full-time degree. Otherwise, relevant experience. Right? People just, they're selling their products. Where is it going? I don't know. But you got it, right? Full-time masters or PhD. Otherwise, relevant experience. So full-time masters and PhD, you cannot get it, right? And those part-time is useless. 1 year degree program, all that is useless.
Yeah, I think that also is my next question. So there are some programs like
No.
this program or something, they will give the degree or something like.
No. So this is a full-time. See, you can go and learn. You can see. Nice to have.
So GenAI roles are completely different.
See, this is what you will expect. So that's the reason I'm saying to take both of these courses, right? I'm not just like that telling, see this, I don't know, this is some manager role, senior data scientist. I think this will suit to most of you. You will be applying for senior data scientist, 6 to 8 years, 9 years. See what they're looking for. Git version control, okay? Geo pandas, this is very different. I also don't know, right? Mostly geospatial modeling. Large language model, LLM, GenAI. It's just a part. It's not like, this is good to have. PCA, TISNI, SBM, ANN, name-based logistics. Everything we will cover in this course. But you can see this geospatial modeling is a very PySpark. So that's what, so they are asking everything. Are you getting? So all and all. You just see masters or PhD. This is very common. Or experience in related field. Right? And you go down, you will see lead data scientist and you will see the same thing, masters or PhD, somewhere it will be written, right? And you see GCP, cloud platforms, deep learning, LLMs, generative AI. So that's the reason I always recommend everyone to take MLOPS plus GenAI if you want planning to switch. Because only GenAI, have you seen any role related to only GenAI? No. Many of the time, only GenAI will fail. So traditional plus GenAI, both, plus cloud. So I think this course is a solid course. I think it will clear a lot of the concepts, principal data scientist. This is for senior role. And you can see, right? LLM. And nowadays, GenAI is very common. That's the pattern you can see. Along with that, you have AI, ML, right? And so on. And you see bachelor's or master's degree in computer science. Is it clear? Who asked me? Pankaj, right?
Yep.
So now you understood, right? They're just selling their course. In real time, it is invalid. If you have a full-time degree, so those part-time, see, if I pay 2 lakh, I will also get the degree. But I cannot get a degree, master's degree by paying 2 lakh, right? I have to clear GATE exam. I need to go to triple IT, IIT or some institute. I have to go there, submit my thesis. 2-time degree is a different thing. People who are from full-time, Why they're asking? Because the interviewer, like let's say me, take my example. If I will start hiring, I know the difference between full-time and part-time, right? Full-time means, I mean, it's a different thing. I don't want to discuss here, but full-time is full-time. You really cannot compare, right? We used to, I have read 500 plus paper in my master's. And then I have published one paper. I have done solid research. Are you getting? So that is a full-time degree, the weightage. Here, what you will do, what you are learning, same thing you will learn, but just by you will pay extra so that you will feel some premium feeling will come. But content is same, 2 lakh you will pay, same thing. So, are you getting? So degree means full-time they mean. They don't even consider those part-time course degrees. And you ask, if you don't, you ask any HR whenever you are getting a call. First round is HR round. HR only you ask whether part-time degree courses are valuable. So they will say no. Yes, that will help you for transitioning your career. It will give you knowledge. You can smartly modify your CV, write projects, and you can crack interviews. But if you're asking me full-time versus how they are selling, right? You will get a degree from Oxford. You will get a degree from Texas, right? Those are false. If you, I'm with 100% guarantee, I'm telling this is false. This is not how the industry will work. They need full-time degree. Is it clear to everyone? I think Pankaj, you asked, right? So don't
Yes.
fall for those certification. It's worthless. Like it is, knowledge is important. I'm not saying knowledge is bad, or the teaching that they will teach you, the concepts, those are valuable. But certification part-time is useless. Go for full-time. Otherwise, don't show any certification. Just show your real-time experience.
And how difficult is to learn stats, ma'am? I am not a math student, basically. That is first.
That I will take care. It is some algorithms are very simple. Some algorithms are little complicated. But I will take care. I will explain. Right? I will take care of maths. So this is what one note I was just explaining. So this is linear regression. And in this side, I will write. And you can see every day. This is a complicated one. Derivation and all that. So I will explain everything. So don't worry about math. I will take care. Right? Okay, so we are running out of time. Let us connect tomorrow for further doubts, but I think it's clear. And tomorrow I will share with you the content. You can go through.
Sure. Now, the duration of the total, like you have said 2.5 months for this one?
Yeah, 2.5 months, yes.
What about Gen AI one?
That is again 1.5 months. So altogether 4 months.
Okay.
Okay, thank you everyone. Let's connect tomorrow. So don't believe any instructor or any institute. You can validate. So go to LinkedIn, go to Naukri, download the roles and see what they are looking for. And then compare the syllabus, whether that is present in the syllabus or not. That is how you can validate, isn't it? That's the real validation. So don't expect 100% it will match, but if it is 70-80% matching means it's a good curriculum. Right? Okay, thank you everyone. Let's connect tomorrow.
Thank you.